Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Boardroom Beats. I'm Amreen Mulla, your host for the day, and today we are joined by Mr. Sunil Nishankar, the Chief Information Security Officer at Future Generali India Life Insurance. With over 18 years of experience in information security, Mr. Sunil is an established leader in security, data privacy, and cyber law. He is also a research scholar, bringing in a unique blend of technical expertise and legal insight to his role. Mr. Sunil's forward thinking approach and dedication to safeguarding critical assets make him a key figure in the evolving landscape of information security. So, sir, I'd like to thank you for being here with us today. It is a pleasure having you on this platform to, discuss the core of aligning information security of a company with the business strategy. So, thank you so much, sir, for joining us today.
Thank you, Amreen. Thank you, CXO Experts, for having me here. And I would like to thank you for one special thing that the topic you chose for this discussion is really amazing. It is a very less spoken topic in the market, though every company, every CISO is working on that part, but it is less discussed. So thanks a lot, and thanks for having me here.
Thank you so much, sir. So let's kick things right off. Like you mentioned, it is something that every CISO does. So the first question that comes to my mind is why it crucial to align information security initiatives with the business objectives in any sector?
Okay, so business is the bread earner in any sector. Information security is supporting technology. So as they say, show must go on. You'll have to support the business. But at a times, what happens? You can see that business objectives are getting clashed with information security. So it's
Mhm.
always better to understand your business, how it performs, what are the challenges they are having, and think like that information security is an enabler functional. It's not
Mhm.
a showstopper. So we
Mhm.
need to assure our stakeholders saying that we are there to secure you, our customer data, and we are there to achieve common goals in terms of security. So that's the reason we need to get aligned with ourselves with business and then understand what they want to do, what are their strategy, and get ourselves squeezed into that strategy.
Mhm.
Example, if I will tell you, suppose they want to do develop a suppose new application. So without understanding the data flow of that application, you will not be able to secure it. So
Mhm.
you need to get familiar with how that application is getting developed. What are the touch points with customer, with internet, with your infrastructure, what data they are handling. So it
Mhm.
makes you very immensely important to understand all these points and then architect your security around it so that whatever venture they are trying to do is secure enough. So I
Mhm.
will say, without understanding business, you cannot secure it. If you
Mhm.
don't know what business your company is doing and you're trying to apply security, trust me, from my experience, I can tell you that it will be merely a standard set of security. And
Mhm.
standards don't work for enterprises. So there need to be have some kind of customization. And that customization, or maybe you can say the last mile of security can be achieved only by understanding business strategies. And of
Mhm.
course, why we decided business strategies to achieve a common goal. So we
Mhm.
are major stakeholders to achieve that common goal. So that's why we need to be there in business strategy meetings.
Mhm. So, what role, according to you, does the CISO play when it comes to, integrating IS with any sort of business strategy?
I will say it's a great question. So normally, as a CISO, first we need to go there as an informed party. We need
Mhm.
to understand what our business is thinking in order to grow, in order to do their daily BAU, and then we need to see what are the existing security, whether it's fulfilling my security requirement, are they covering my current threat surface area? If
Mhm.
not, then we need to work together. We need to have discussions with our business team saying that okay, this is you are doing, but I think this can be done in differently manner. Right now it is not secure. These are the threats which we are exposed to, or maybe these are the risks which we can face in future, but together we can eliminate that risk. So CISO will be always an informed party and a kind of advisor for
Mhm.
their planning in order to make entire venture secure.
Mhm. Definitely. And how do you ensure that information security is a key consideration when it comes to planning and strategizing the business's strategy in the beginning?
I think you understand the domain very well. So you rightly highlighted it is not that easy to squeeze information security in business strategy.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, people are very reluctant because they look at us as a hurdles. We are
Mm-hmm.
the one who are watching many toll gates. So they think like, okay, by involving information security in business strategy might cause some delay into their plan. Trust
Mm-hmm.
me, it is sometimes it's true, but most of the time it is not. As I
Mm-hmm.
told you, we are the enabling functions. So what we do, we normally help them to make their venture secure. And how we do that? So the question is asked, how we can get into that. So first of all, we need to assure people that trust us. We are not here to cause any delay in your project, but rather to help you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Let us know what you are trying to do, what you are trying to achieve, and how you are going to do. Basically, your methodology. So basis
Mm-hmm.
their methodology, will align it to the surface areas, threat surface areas, attack surface areas, and we will tell them, okay, look at this. If you will do this way, you will having this risk, and this is how eventually it will affect us. What will happen in insurance? Suppose in my sector, if I will tell you, so at most, what will happen? If suppose we will lose some data, so there will be regulatory penalties, there will be loss of reputation, there will be some kind of monetary losses. So you need
Mm-hmm.
to make them aware about such a risk, and then once they are agreeing to these risks, then commonly we can find a solution for that. And there we play a role of solution architect, a great advisor to that team. And then we say, okay, let's do one thing. Now we understand your process. Can we do it like this way? We have
Mm-hmm.
so and so infrastructure, we have so and so process, and then get it done. This is how we will handle the access. This is how we will maintain the data flow. And that way, by convincing them, we get ourselves into the business strategy. And trust me, at the times we have to take a decisions where sometimes we have to allow bending of process. We can't be stringent. Like example, I will tell you. Suppose any application to go live, there are certain checks like
Mm-hmm.
vulnerability assessment and application testing need to be done. So suppose they are in a UAT phase and they want to test their application for some times by publishing it over the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So I cannot be adamant to saying that no, you first complete the checks, which might take 7 to 8 days. You remediate everything, and then I will allow you to go live.
Mm-hmm.
Will it be solution? It will cause them delay in their plan. So what we do, we say them that okay, we know what are the risks. We will tell you the bare minimum requirement, achieve it, and then we will expose you to the internet, but in a secure manner. We'll not publish it for everyone, but there will be secret links we'll create and we'll provide it for few or 2 or 3 folks for testing purpose. Let them test it, and then you achieve your purpose and we are
Mm-hmm.
secure. So we are good. Meanwhile, in a parallel, we'll engage our team to perform application security testing, vulnerability testing, and all others. And then you get it remediated, whatever findings will be there, and then we'll allow you to go live as your final product.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So, like, I'm sure
yeah,
that through all of this, also, you face a lot of challenges when it comes to embedding the security into business strategy. It could be challenges in terms of deadlines or, the purposes and stuff like that. Like, initially it begins from the resistance to change and for people to, kind of accept it. So, how do you, try to overcome these?
okay. So suppose I will tell you a good example of that. You highlighted it rightly. So now, upcoming DPDP Act.
Mm-hmm.
Why I'm saying upcoming, there is a reason because it is not in force yet, though it is in public, but it is not in force yet. So
Mm-hmm.
upcoming DPDP Act mandates you to take a consent for each and everything for data collection.
Mm-hmm.
Now, suppose if you'll ask your business, okay, now, hey, Mr. Business, you need to take a consent. And
Mm-hmm.
now business find it difficult to take a consent from users. They will say, okay, to collect consents, or maybe suppose we are testing our corporate users. And
Mm-hmm.
even that time we are saying, whatever consent is registered already, it is not sufficient for this purpose, what you are trying to achieve. Maybe you want to tap another consent. And
Mm-hmm.
then there are challenges, practical challenges. to tap a consent from all your corporate users is not that easy. It's very time consuming. So that time business get literally pissed off. Yes, because so these challenges will be there. So these are practical challenges. We cannot eliminate them, but what we can do by giving it a right push, we can tackle them. For example, if my MD CEO drops a mail to all employees, sensitizing them, okay, this is necessary and you should do it within so and so time, we will not listen to it. Everyone will follow. So at a times we take drastic measures or whatever measures in our hand which are possible to get our common objective achieved. So we do that. But trust me, resistance will be there. Only chance is that by making them familiar with your thought process helps us a lot. And people are nowadays, thankfully, they are very educated, every one of them. And it's not like that information security is maybe bothering them in only corporate life. But you can see on a personal life, we are all prone to various attacks. Even yourself might be getting some mail saying that your parcel is stuck in some courier, or maybe someone saying that your uh, uh, credit card is compromised and you need to give me the number and PIN. So people are very much aware nowadays.
Definitely, that is true. The education begins straight from the consumer end and then builds all the way up. So of course, I'm sure
Correct.
that even at a corporate level, this is quite a widespread methodology of learning.
Yeah.
So
And one more
like,
thing I want to add before you go to the next question. So, carefully drafted process helps us a lot. The example I give you, go live process. So there are certain checks one need to achieve in order to go live. So we not only create a process, but we also train our stakeholders onto that process. We also make them aware about what thought process we are having behind that. We also together evaluate the process hurdles, and then we try to make that process simplified and doable for all of them. And on top of that, our continuous learning and education programs create a lot of awareness amongst all our stakeholders.
definitely. So again, like you mentioned, stakeholders is one of the important aspects of any organization. And I do believe that there's some at some level everyone has to justify a budget or justify a cost, right? So how can CISOs effectively demonstrate the ROI of security investments to business stakeholders in an industry?
Very well said. Picking a budget is a challenge, specifically in an industry like us, which is heavily regulated. It's not that easy to seek a budget, but as I said, level of education and awareness is so great that even my board understands those things. So what we do a methodological approach where we assess all our assets, whatever projects we are doing, and then we adopt risk-based methodology. We highlight the risk and we say that, okay, these are the risks currently we are having. Okay, allow me to have this particular technology, and using this technology, how I can address this risk. So we make them aware about that. Even at a times we get involve them into tool discussions, planning, proof of concepts, kind of demos we provide them, and that's how we assure them that whatever investment they are trying to make, it's worth every single penny. And to my fortune, I have seen that all higher management, they know these risks and they know where technology is heading because they're also part of various forums like yourself, the CXO experts also. So they are part of those forums. They are hearing even market news everywhere. Information security is getting discussed. There are a few days ago there were cases of leaks. So they all go through it. They are aware about it. So, but it is not like that. The budget is very open book. Nothing like that. So you need to justify your efforts. You need to justify your requirement, and you need to convince them in the right way, saying that okay, whatever investments they are doing, it is necessary and it is going to give them a benefit. So if once we seek the budget or once we approve the budget, then how we do it? So we keep them regularly updated about the progress, and then we show them a lot of KPI, KRI, saying that okay, this is how we are mitigating the risk which we initially highlighted. These are our key performance indicators. Okay, and then We show them that during this year, whatever risk we highlighted, no single security incident is been observed of that sort.
Mm-hmm.
Without given solution, there might be chances of having any security incident. But see,
Mm-hmm.
we are not having any security incidents. All our transactions are getting smooth. All our digital BAU is getting done properly. So that way we are secure. So number of incidents speaks on our behalf.
Mm-hmm. So, one of the primary things you mentioned earlier was about meeting a regulatory compliance, right? So, how does aligning IS with business strategy assist in doing so? And, kind of uh, like every day we see we do have a lot of new notifications and other details coming from RBI's end as well. So, when it comes to meeting any regulatory compliance requirements, how does IS help with it?
Perfect. So I would like on your platform, I would like to thanks to all those regulators who are really playing a big daddy for us.
Mm-hmm.
And that is also one of the reason that our board opens their checkbook for us as a part of budget, because if it is mandated by regulatory, then of course it has to be done. So that is our plus point. Second thing, now every regulator is very particular about what they want to have in terms of information security.
Mm-hmm.
As an example, if I will talk about IRDA, who is our regulatory, they have published around list of 348 cybersecurity controls, which
Okay.
we need to adopt and which we need to get assessed from a certain certified third-party vendor, and
Mm-hmm.
then we need to submit that report to IRDA. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how we maintain our compliance. But will that be enough? Trust me, it's not only enough thing. So apart from that, there are various regulatory requirements. If you are dealing with Aadhaar card, UIDAI requirements are there. If you are
Mm-hmm.
dealing with databases, payment card, then RBI is also in picture. NPCI guidelines are there. And then once you are in this market, then you also need to get yourself accredited with certain international standards like
Mm-hmm.
ISO. So if you will do this all religiously, then maybe I think somehow your security posture will be good. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm talking about all these controls specifically from information security perspective. I told you ISO 27001, that's information security standard. IRDA 348 control, it's again information security, so dedicated information security. And
Mm-hmm.
when it says to information security, it's not only digital, but it covers infrastructure, it covers your perimeter, and it covers your user as well.
Definitely. That was quite insightful over there because honestly, like a lot of people do see, like I'm not talking in terms of enterprises, but in terms of customers, they do see that companies have to apply certain cybersecurity, ideas and strategies behind their organizations that they are putting their trust in. So I'm sure that this would also help our viewers who are looking at this from a customer's point of view. And for from their end also, I want to understand from you, in what ways can a strong information security strategy that is aligned with business goals enhance a customer trust in any industry?
See, customer trust is very much important because that's what make you a brand. If you see
Mm-hmm.
all reputed brand, they are there because customer trust them. Okay. Now, we also want to do the same thing. Like when our customer hear about us, future Generali, what they will think? They will think it's a company I know only for insurance. I never heard that any fraud happened with this company, or maybe this company is not in news for some information security related incident, or this company is not fined by regulatory, because anything of this sort happen, you are in news. Okay,
Definitely.
yeah, you are in news tablets or maybe some newspapers will publish about you, and there will be a lot of talk happening. Mouth to mouth spread will happen very fastly. But
Mm-hmm.
if we are saving ourselves from that, that means in a way we are earning our reputation.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, it's not just older reputation, but also customers' own experience matters. Suppose you
Mm-hmm.
want to have our policy, of course, by keeping trust on word of mouth that company is secured, you will buy a policy. But while doing transactions with us, suppose if you will face any challenges, then you will not trust us. So
Mm-hmm.
we need to ensure, along with business, that that entire journey of customer onboarding, serving them a policy, serving their claims, and then their renewals, everything need to be very smooth and
Mm-hmm.
secure.
Mm-hmm.
How we can do that? We do a lot of business strategy around that. Then how to provide them a login. Example is that we enable them with some mobile applications, and then we allow them to do everything from their mobile. So that gives you a good customer experience.
Mm-hmm.
And in a relation of years, if you will see that your own account is not compromised at a single time, your own transactions are always secured, no
Mm-hmm.
fraud happen with your money goes into your proper policy account, and whatever account settlement is happening here in your own account or your nominee's account. So
Mm-hmm.
that gives them a different level of trust. And I
Mm-hmm.
will say always, better trusting anyone else word, you will trust your own experience. So does every customer. So we ensure that whatever customers are interacting with us, that is in secure manner. And whenever we get a chance like this one,
Mm-hmm.
CXO expert platform, so we normally talked about these things like you see just one mobile application or one web portal, but trust me, there are many technologies, many security controls are securing them for each and every transaction of yours. So
Mm-hmm.
we ensure that a customer experience is smooth but
Mm-hmm.
secured.
Mm-hmm.
So we always do that analysis. We always keep on testing ourselves. Then we always perform vulnerability assessment scanning. We always do a proactive threat hunting in order to keep ourselves safe from digital hazards or maybe information security attacks.
Mm-hmm. So one thing that you mentioned was about enhancing a customer's experience with a few clicks. It has to be very simplified process for them. So this also makes me think that, of course, a security strategy should also support digital transformation initiatives, right? So what would be your experience in it? Like, what would be your approach with it?
Okay, so it's long journey. As I told, and it's in line to what discussion we are having. So business strategy. Now we're talking about digital journey. So digital journey means what? Suppose my business team says, "Hey, customer is bored with many clicks. They don't
Mm-hmm.
want to authenticate themselves via two-factor authentication or something like. How we can give them a good experience?" So of course,
Mm-hmm.
the request will go to business analyst. Business analyst will analyze it, and then they will circle back with our developers, and then developers will come up with some idea.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so with our continuous efforts, we train our developers that at such a times they need to approach us or involve us so that we can be a part of that journey. And now together we think, okay, suppose we want to eliminate few clicks of them, how we can do that? Can we combine two, three options into one? Or can we just give them a link where they can click and directly access their applications? Or maybe simple example is like, can we authenticate them using their mobile phone itself? Face ID, a common example. Fingerprint Face ID. Can we do that so that experience will be very easy? And then how we can authorize them to make some transactions, and while doing that, how we can make sure that this is the right person using it. So backend we will leverage many technologies. For example, we will trust their device, we will see their locations and everything. But this is how we get ourselves squeezed into it. So we call it as a secure development lifecycle platform, SDLC. So right from designing stage to build stage, we see what are the data points we are having, uh, how we want to get particular things done, even if it is a single URL. So it has to go through various checks, like whether it's coming from blacklisted IP, or are there any cross-site scripting happening on that URL, or maybe it's something like someone is hijacking my session. So many such checks happen, and we enable it without customer noticing it. All we do is like some speedy website or speedy mobile applications where they can transact in a matter of seconds. That's what we provide them. But underneath, it's a collaborative effort between application development team and the information security team to secure their journey.
Mm-hmm. So, like you mentioned, there are multiple teams that, of course, have to work on the information security bit. So, what steps would you take to foster collaboration between the information security team per se and the other business units to ensure that there is proper alignment of not just processes but also other uh, like regulations, other regulations.
Perfect. So getting ourselves aligned to a common goal is very important. The moment we are aligned, no matter how many teams are there, always you will find information security, legal and compliance, IT are unavoidable part of their work. So
Mm-hmm.
what we do, continuous educations and then continuous interactions about their pain point and then giving them a solutions, how to secure it. That helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they will not bother about what regulator is saying. They will simply have one idea how to do it, and then it's us. We call it as a supporting function or control functions. Then it's up to us that control functions need to evaluate that idea, map it with the regulatory requirement, map it with the security requirement, and give them a solution saying that okay, this is what they need to do. Segregation of
Mm-hmm.
duties, clear responsibility we need to give them. Okay, this is what you need to do. This is what we will take care of it, and together we can go for our common goal. So
Mm-hmm.
collaboration is the key to do that. We interact on regular basis. We do have a common calls, and then we discuss a lot, and then we do the solution.
Mm-hmm. So in future, like what kind of trends do you foresee that would help with the integration of information security in business, along with the business strategy, or in general, let's talk about any kind of trends you see in information security that would come up.
Okay, so I will say we are no exception to the current buzzwords of AI. So there
Mm-hmm.
are a lot of AI initiatives will be there, maybe in terms of easing out our business, bringing a lot of automations along with the smart decision making. So that's what happening. Even in information security, I can say that a lot of developments is happening around AI. Meaning, rather, every tool is getting it's like they're riding the tide of AI. Okay, they are
Mm-hmm.
making themselves AI enabled so that we can have a smart decision basis some data analysis at the back end.
Mm-hmm.
So AI will be everywhere very soon, though I'm skeptical about AI use it as of now because there are a lot of pros and cons. We
Mm-hmm.
can separately discuss on another call. But
Mm-hmm.
yep, AI, you can say AI revolution is happening right now, and we're witnessing that. So for many industry, it is no longer a keyword. Like in our insurance industry, many companies adopted AI for their underwriting, AI for their claim analysis. Then there will be some kind of AI for document scanning, doing
Mm-hmm.
KYC. Many more things are happening.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure because AI can also generate a lot of bias when it comes to such the results, like
Exactly.
results. So I'm sure that
Correct.
it.
Now that sentiment analysis. So many companies are using AI for sentiment performing sentiment analysis of customers. May it be your audio call or may it be your email or may it be a live chat you are doing with customers. So they
Mm-hmm.
can sense the sentiments and some at a times AI can be biased about that thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Definitely.
just for that, we cannot say that we'll not adopt AI. We'll have to change our methodology to train AI with using some different data. And it's a process of getting better and better day by day. So I'm sure those such challenges will be overcome. But yeah, 100% no. There will
Mm-hmm.
be certain challenges. They will remain forever.
Of course. So, sir, thank you so much. It was very, like learning from your valuable insights was, of course, very, very helpful for not just me, but I'm sure for a lot of our viewers as well. Especially given that all the concepts that you've explained are very, like, you've explained in a very layman manner, which has actually helped highlight the importance behind them. So, thank you so much, sir, for joining us today here on Boardroom Beats.
Thanks a lot. Thanks to CSO experts for giving me a chance. And again, as I said, this is a good platform to broadcast what we do in terms of security. If my customers are watching this, they will be very happy to know that, okay, their data, their money is in safe hand. So thank you very much.
I'm sure, sir. Thank you so much. So, to our viewers, thank you for tuning into this episode of Boardroom Beats. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the mind of a true IT leader. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exclusive interviews with industry leaders just like Mr. Nishankar here today. And stay tuned for more upcoming episodes where we continue to explore the strategies, the challenges, and the visions that are shaping the future of business and technology as we know it. Until next time, keep the conversation going and stay inspired.